Bear me for a minute. Okay, here we go. I'm going to entitle this Vocab is an apologist for you know who. So this is a video that was put up by Holy Bible Defenders, and it's entitled Bearded Christians Continue Bearded Christians Continue to Discuss Hebrew Israelites, and it's getting old. So, and they'll probably take this down. Anyway, at this point, I don't give a shit. Anyway, let's listen to Vocab, and then I'm going to show you something.
Well, they actually would say that theologically. Okay. They would say this is Jacob versus Esau being played out in the 21st century. They would actually say that, except they would say it's
Yes, we would say that because it's true. We are the sons of Jacob, and you represent the sons of Esau. Esau is here to this day. Esau is in the power seat. Esau is the end of the world. Jacob is the beginning of it that followeth.
Edomites versus the Semites. Or actually Edomites versus Israel.
So just go like people would have no idea what this mostly means, but I started looking into this stuff.
Yeah.
I didn't know a lot about the Black Israelites or all the different Israelites. Those people that are identifying as Israelites, is that the basic idea?
Yeah.
But they're not from Israel, right?
Well, some of them Israel, some of them moved to Israel. From Israel.
Good, good, good. I'm glad he said that. It says, did y'all hear what Vocab just said? Let's listen again.
Yeah.
But they're not from Israel, right?
Well, some of them moved to Israel. Some of them moved to Israel, but it's different than Buffalo State from Israel. But it's different than Buffalo State from Israel. But it's different than Buffalo State from Israel. But it's different than Buffalo State from Israel.
So in 1947, the British decided to hand over the responsibility for Palestine to the United Nations. And so the UN proposed this ridiculous proposal again, where Palestine will be partitioned to a Jewish and Arab state. Remember, Jews in Palestine only constituted 1/3 of the population, most of whom arrived from Europe just a few years earlier. By 1948, Zionist militia would storm and capture Palestinian populated villages and cities, leaving thousands of Palestinian homes landless. Zionists proclaimed the establishment of and what's even more bizarre is that immediately the two superpowers, the United States and the Soviet Union, recognized the new state of it. It couldn't get any worse. May 15, 1948 was perhaps one of the darkest days in Palestine's history. They called it the Nakba, or the catastrophe.
The book called The African Hebrew Israelites of Jerusalem. And they came out of the south side of Chicago in the 60s. And first they went to West Africa. It didn't work out, even though the guy had a vision kind of saying, go. Ended up going to Israel during this right of return craze of things when it was kind of hotter. And Israel kind of didn't know what to do with them because they're like, well, you haven't really officially converted, but you're saying you are Israeli, but you don't live here, but we don't want to be a racist. There's a whole thing. And eventually,
Yeah, if we don't want to appear racist. They are racist. They don't want to appear racist. They want to keep that lie going that they are the people. And you're being overwhelmed. Look, Vocab, I said this before. You can't handle this by yourself. You're one man. The guy, the crew that you got, they're not as what's the word, eager. They're not as dedicated to pushing this thing out, to uh, to demonize us, and that's exactly what this guy does. His job is to demonize the Israelites, the true biblical Israelites. That's why he's teaming up with Sarnetta. A hook. He doesn't give a damn about Sarnetta. He's dealing with Sarnetta and all them little bullshit ass debates, really to get us out, to bring us to the open. This guy's a sneaky little devil. Anyway, let's listen to a little bit more, and I'm going to go into something. Because before 1948, you had brown people and black people. I'm using those terms, color-wise, in the land of Israel, with woolly hair, dark skin, because a lot of those Palestinians are Israelites.
They settled, and one Westerners are a certain type of Hebrew Israelite. I don't mean that's the name. It means there's sort of a theological umbrella.
Yeah, his target is on the One Westers, because the truth came out of One West 125th Street. Now we went there, what was that, 2 years ago? I believe it was 2 years ago, maybe 3. And it was myself, Apostle Gabar, Apostle Aram Lab, and Bishop Sakaran. And we stood right in front of the old One West School. Now it's like an office building. And we were out there for maybe 2 hours, and then all of a sudden this big Jake came up. And we thought he was just a regular Jake. The first thing he said was, I just saw the chariots down there. The chariots passed by, pointing up into the sky. And so he hung out with us for about a good 2 hours, maybe. And we started saying, this guy, in our mind, we like, this guy's got to be an angel. And I had whispered, I believe in Apostle Ram out there, Hebrews 13. When I said that, he quoted it. He didn't hear me say it, or he heard me as an angel, super hearing. But we came to the conclusion that that man had to be an angel of the Lord. By the way, it says in Hebrews 13, 1 and 2, don't be mindful to entertain strangers, for some have entertained angels unawares. So let's listen to, so, us going over there, it was my idea to go over there. And the Most High rewarded us by sending an angel. We believe that he was an angel. Now you're going to say, well, where's his angel? You have the receipts. Where's his angelic DNA? Did he leave any of his angelic DNA? No, he did not leave any of his angelic DNA. It was our belief, our strong belief, that that man was in fact an angel. Let's listen to some more.
House of Israel is the One West style group. So we have this 12 tribes chart. On the 12 tribes chart, it says, if you're Puerto Rican on the father's side, you're Ephraim.
Right, that's the fulfillment of Ezekiel chapter 37. And we went through Ezekiel chapter 37 over the weekend, which is one of my favorite chapters, because the first time it was broken down to me was by the high priest Ariah of One West. He goes into a lot, like myself, I go into a lot of breakdowns. I'll say, let's go to Revelation such and such, or Ezekiel so and so, and let's break it down. And normally what happens is you'll get a lot of precepts behind the various verses. So that one breakdown could be as long as an hour or more. It could be based upon that one chapter. Anyway, in that chapter, and that's the only place in the scriptures where it speaks about the 12, as he said, the 12 tribes sign. And we have that sign. Anywhere we go, we carry that sign. And most of the times people will come up and they'll look right at the sign. Then they'll inquire about the sign.
And so he's Puerto Rican on his father's side, ostensibly. So he calls himself Chief Ephraim. And he's the leader. So you could say the birthplace of Hebrew Israelism was 129 years ago, in Oklahoma. One of the most crowded the first one, which is easy enough. Up there, that's not the beginning, but they can't point Hebrew Israelites to any other person making that statistic.
I want to give all the praises and the honor to Yahweh Hashem, Yahweh Shabbat Hashem.
I'm gonna let the elders speak a couple of words.
Millstone. Shalom to you fellow laborers, you brethren scattered abroad, you families that is indoctrinated in the truth, right? You fellow laborers, right, are also the elect, shalom to the elect. Anyway, I want to go in this video here, apologetics and witnessing to Black Hebrew Israelites in the interview with Vocab alone. Now, I'm not going to go back and forth too much in scripture, but I will bring some scriptures out his false doctrine, because that's what we must do. But ultimately, I want to go into a short commentary to show you that apologetics, they have a fear of Hebrew Israelites.
It's apologist, so you know. And from the word, I'm set as a defense for the gospel. I'm loosely paraphrasing what Paul said. And that word in the Greek is apologia, which means to be an apologist, defender. So they would be apologist.
It feels that way. Apologetics and witnessing Black Hebrew Israelites. This is the title. So you can also see that Christianity is failing. They're mad at everybody, but they're taking it out on the Israelites, because that's where the bulk of people are waking up to. And it's also ironic that these guys are all wearing beards. I remember going to the Christian church, and I'm sure some of you brothers and sisters that go to Christian churches, you might have one pastor with a beard, or one parishioner, or wherever.
Well, I can answer that. That's them. There's a term called replacement theology. So they believe, Vocab said in one video that the 144,000 in Revelation chapter 7 has nothing to do with the tribe of Israel. And how do you prove that? This is him speaking of the tribe of Joseph. Well, there's no such tribe as the tribe of Joseph. If you understand the scriptures precept upon precept, you would understand, and it's written throughout the scriptures in Ezekiel 37, where else? Numbers 1 and Revelation 7, where the name Joseph is interchangeable with the tribe Ephraim. So when it says of the tribe of Joseph sealed 144,000, is referring to the tribe of Ephraim. So he says those people in Revelation, the 7th chapter, 144,000 are not Israelites. They're the body of believers. That's replacement theology, or also called supersessionism. I hope I said it right. I'm not going to look it up. But anyway, you had this Arab-looking cat talking about who was there before the European Jews came over. Now I'm gonna show you something. This right here is, where am I? Okay, boom, it jumped right there. Boom. Table of Jewish population since 1948. In 1948, there were between, oh, he made the statement that about the Israelites that from Chicago following Ben Ami, that they went over there, but they were not originally from there, implying that the so-called European Jews were always there. They were not. They know when they got over there, the Rothschilds opened the door for them. And when they got over there were brown and black people with woolly hair, frizzy hair, and curly hair. It says table of Jewish population since 1948. In 1948, there were between 758,000 and 881,000 Jews. See table below. Living in communities, and these Jews, by the way, were dark-skinned people. Living in communities throughout the Arab world today, there are fewer than 8,000 in some Arab states, such as Libya, which was about 3% Jewish. The Jewish, now the Jewish is talking about the so-called Jew. The Jewish community no longer exists. It says what? It says such as Libya, which was about 3% Jewish. The Jewish community no longer exists. In other Arab countries, only a few hundred Jews remain. So it says Jewish population by country, 1948, 1972, and recent times. Jewish population meaning the Edomites. Country of territory, Morocco, 250,000, 265,000. Recent times, 2,000 as of 2019. So you had them so-called Jews and you had the mixed Jews, Israelis, Sephardic. Remember, you also had the Falasha, which are Cushites. They're not the real Jews. It says Morocco, Algeria, which is a French colony. 48, it was 140,000. 72 is only 1,000. Recent estimates, 50 as of 2014. Tunisia, 50,000 to 105,000, now 1,000. North Africa total, Iraq, Egypt, Yemen, Aden, Syria, Lebanon, Bahrain, Sudan. Sudan is the original Egyptians. The people of Mizraim are the people in North and South Sudan. So how many of them were living in Sudan? 48, 350, 1972, 0, recent times, 0. So they got the small hats out of there or they left. Okay, it says here, absorption of the nearly 900,000 Jewish immigrants, approximately 680,000 immigrated to Israel and 235,000 to France. The remainder went to other countries in Europe as well as to the Americas. About 2/3 of the exodus was from the North African region, of which Morocco. Jews went mostly to Israel. Algeria's Jews went mostly to France, and Tunisian Jews departed for both countries. Let me show you this picture right here. You can see the Edomite looking people, and then you can see the people that were in the land before 1948. Look at the woman right there. She got a half afro, half dreadlock. You can see the skin. Look at this guy. He can pass for a Puerto Rican or Dominican. Look at this guy. These people here are Europeans that they pushed in to say, these are the new people, these are the original people. We're fulfilling prophecy. This is a Yemenite Jewish refugee children in front of a Bet Lid camp, Israel, 1950. Now look at her. She don't look like a so-called Jew. She can pass for a Dominican, a Puerto Rican, a Moroccan, an Arab. So before these small hats got over here to that land, got over there to that land, you had dark people, and they had to push them out. They had to push them people out. Let me get this here. See, they don't look like so-called European small hats. They got an Arab look to them. And remember, you got a big mixture. I see brothers are watching the video that I put up on Odyssey, because I was going to put it up on YouTube. I said they're going to take it down. So there you have it. Anyway, with that, I'm going to say shalom.